Deep within the rugged expanse of the Alaskan wilderness, a wounded grizzly bear staggered through the dense forest, her breaths labored and her fur matted with blood. Her cries, low and mournful, echoed through the trees, carrying the anguish of a mother desperate to save her cub. The tiny creature, born only days earlier, lay motionless in the underbrush, its life slipping away despite the bear's efforts. The forest seemed indifferent to her plight, its vastness amplifying her helplessness. The smell of pine and earth filled the air, but it brought no comfort to the grieving mother. Her instincts told her to keep moving, to find help, even if she did not fully understand where or from whom that help might come. Driven by a primal need to save her cub, the bear continued her aimless journey until she stumbled into a clearing. In the center, a woman sat cross-legged, her eyes closed in meditation. Her name was Sarah, a recluse who had sought solace in this untouched land. The bear hesitated, torn between fear and hope. Her massive frame trembled as she sniffed the air cautiously, trying to assess whether this human posed a threat. Summoning her courage, she let out a low growl. Sarah's eyes fluttered open, meeting the bear's gaze with an unexpected calm. "What is it?" Sarah asked softly, sensing the bear's distress. The mother bear turned her head, gesturing toward the lifeless cub behind her. Understanding the unspoken plea, Sarah rose and approached the cub with careful steps. She knelt beside it, her hands trembling as she examined its fragile body. The faintest flicker of life remained. Sarah whispered, "Hold on, little one." Gathering herbs from her satchel, she crafted a poultice and applied it to the cub's wounds. She then wrapped it in her shawl, cradling it close to share her warmth. The bear watched, her dark eyes filled with a mixture of fear and hope. Hours passed as Sarah worked tirelessly, whispering words of comfort. As dawn broke, the cub stirred, its eyes fluttered open, and it let out a weak but determined whimper. "You're going to be okay," Sarah murmured, tears glistening in her eyes. The bear approached, sniffing the air cautiously. Sarah gently handed the cub over, but the mother bear nudged it back toward her. It was a gesture of trust and surrender. The bear knew that Sarah was this cub's best chance. Days turned into weeks as Sarah nursed the cub, whom she named Hope. The tiny creature thrived under her care, its playful antics bringing life to Sarah's solitary cabin. Hope's boundless energy soon transformed Sarah's routine, and a deep bond formed between the woman and the bear. Sarah spent her days gathering berries and herbs to sustain them, often speaking to Hope as if the cub could understand her. "You're a little miracle, you know that?" she would say, her voice filled with affection. Hope responded with soft growls and playful nudges, her spirit a constant source of joy for the once lonely woman. One day, as they explored the clearing, a rustling in the trees announced an unexpected visitor, Hope's mother. The large grizzly emerged cautiously, her eyes scanning Sarah and Hope. The reunion was tender yet bittersweet. The mother bear sniffed her cub, nuzzling it gently before turning back toward the wilderness. Sarah's heart ached as she realized the bear was leaving Hope in her care, trusting her to protect the cub. As seasons passed, Hope grew stronger and more curious about the world. Her playful nature was infectious, often making Sarah laugh as the young bear fumbled through the cabin or attempted to climb the nearby trees. Sarah took pride in Hope's progress, teaching her how to forage for food and identify safe berries. Despite the growing bond, Sarah knew deep down that Hope's place was in the wild, not by her side. Rumors of danger began to circulate as Sarah made occasional trips to the nearest village for supplies. Villagers spoke of a rogue bear, a massive male grizzly that had been terrorizing the area, attacking livestock and even threatening humans. The stories filled Sarah with unease, especially as she thought of Hope. She resolved to be vigilant, reinforcing her cabin and ensuring they were prepared for any encounter. One fateful night, Sarah's fears materialized. A thunderous crash jolted her awake. Peering through the boarded window, she saw the rogue bear, a hulking figure of menace. It prowled outside the cabin, its growls reverberating through the night. Sarah armed herself with an axe, her heart pounding as the bear began ramming the door. Hope, now almost full-grown, surprised Sarah with her bravery. The young bear growled fiercely, standing between Sarah and the intruder. The rogue bear hesitated, distracted by Hope's defiance. Seizing the moment, Sarah burst through the door, wielding her axe with determination. A desperate struggle ensued, with Hope and Sarah fighting side by side. Together they managed to drive off the rogue bear, securing their sanctuary. The ordeal left its mark. Both Sarah and Hope bore scars from the encounter, their bond deepened by shared survival. Hope's courage became a local legend, inspiring Sarah to share their story with a wider audience. Encouraged by a visiting wildlife artist named Emily, Sarah agreed to have Hope's portrait painted. The artwork captured Hope's essence, her spirit radiating from the canvas. Emily spent weeks at the cabin, observing Hope and sketching every detail of her form and demeanor. "She's remarkable," Emily often said, her eyes alight with admiration. The portrait, once completed, won acclaim, propelling Sarah and Hope's story into the public eye. Sarah's small cabin became a sanctuary, a haven for injured and orphaned animals. Visitors flocked to meet Hope, whose gentle nature made her a beloved ambassador for wildlife conservation. As Hope matured, Sarah recognized the need to prepare her for life in the wild. Their trips to the forest grew longer, with Sarah teaching Hope survival skills. These moments were bittersweet, each outing reminding Sarah that their time together was finite. Years passed, and the Alaskan wilderness bore witness to the ebb and flow of life. Hope, now an aging bear, remained by Sarah's side until her final days. When the time came for Hope to return to the earth, Sarah grieved deeply but found solace in the enduring legacy of their bond. Hope's story continued to inspire, her spirit living on in the sanctuary's thriving work. Sarah, now a revered elder, shared her tale with new generations, ensuring that the lessons of love, trust, and resilience were never forgotten. In the heart of the wilderness, their story became an eternal thread in the tapestry of life, a testament to the profound connections that bridge the divide between humans and nature. The seasons cycled on, and as the years stretched into decades, the sanctuary expanded. Sarah's story of love and survival became a beacon for conservationists worldwide. Scholars visited her cabin, eager to learn from her experiences, while children marveled at Hope's legacy through art, stories, and interactive exhibits. The sanctuary's mission to protect wildlife flourished, ensuring that the bond between humans and nature would be honored for generations to come. Even after Sarah's passing, her spirit remained a guiding force in the sanctuary's work. A life-size statue of Hope and Sarah was erected in the heart of the sanctuary, symbolizing their unbreakable bond and the enduring power of hope. Visitors from around the globe stood before it, inspired by the tale of a woman, a bear, and the wilderness that brought them together. As the sanctuary continued to thrive, a new chapter unfolded. A young naturalist, inspired by Sarah's legacy, began documenting the stories of the animals rescued by the sanctuary. These tales, woven together with Sarah and Hope's narrative, painted a vivid picture of the delicate balance between humans and nature. Hope's descendants, now roaming the Alaskan wilderness, carried the legacy forward, ensuring that the bond between Sarah and her beloved bear would never be forgotten.